am so excited. I am in the Flamingo room at Cortesse's Bistro and Flamingo Room Piano Bar. I am here with Matt Wilson, a pianist. Oh my gosh, and actually he's got a really cool history we'll get to know in just a moment. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, great to see you. So tell everyone what goes on in the Flamingo room.
Wow. Well, we are a piano bar.
Yeah.
And what that means, it can mean a few things actually.
Okay.
You know, if you get here early and you're having dinner at the beginning of the show and you like some background music, some ambiance set by the piano, that's what we're doing. As the night continues on, we encourage you to ask for your favorite song, make some requests. We start to play the songs and then people start to sing along, start to dance, and then by the end of the night, we often have a party in here. A lot of dancing, a lot of fun.
And I haven't really seen any piano bars around here. So is this like the only one?
Well, we're excited to say, and I'm excited to say, that we are the only dedicated piano bar in the greater Jacksonville area.
That is amazing. And I love piano bars, and I know you play beautiful music. I have heard him play before. He's really good. And you have to know his history and where he comes from, right? So tell us a little bit about your musical history.
Well, I grew up in Texas, and my family is a musical family, and so we all play piano, and so that's been not only part of my history, but my instrument, if you will.
Right.
I didn't study piano, but right out of college, I had an opportunity to audition for Jelly Rolls, the piano bar, the dueling piano bar at Disney's Boardwalk in Orlando. And so that was my first job out of college, and I realized then that I had the ability to be a professional musician.
Right.
And so I won't go through the whole thing, but then I moved back to Austin and I worked on 6th Street at a lot of the piano bars there. You know, becoming a piano man in the piano bar became a trade for me. It was something a skill that I learned that I could always do throughout my life. I was very fortunate a few years after that to land the role of the piano man in the Billy Joel Twyla Tharp musical, Moving Out.
How cool is that?
Well,
oh my gosh.
I can't even begin to tell you how cool that was.
Congratulations. I know that was a while ago, but how cool.
Oh, it was life-changing. My wife was a dancer in the show.
Oh my gosh.
She was a professional ballerina.
Wow.
And but she was in the show, and so we met in the show, and we got, you know, eventually we got married and we started a family, and we were living in Austin. So we come to St. Augustine, come to Cortesse's Bistro, and we sit down, and that's when I was able to meet Mr. G. Mr. G's the owner here.
I've met the owner. He is fantastic.
Yeah.
What hospitality you guys provide here is amazing.
Well, and I agree. And so we began talking, and Mr. G and I began to have conversations, and he said, Matt, I want to start a piano bar in the Flamingo Room. Now let me just say something about the Flamingo Room. The Flamingo Room historically has been a hot spot for music here in St. Augustine. I think it maybe closed in 2012.
Okay.
But at one point this was the place to be.
This was the place to be.
And I believe that it just was dormant for the last decade or so.
Okay.
And so Mr. G walked me into this room, and one look at it, I knew it was a perfect spot.
Yep.
And man, did we ramp up. We went Friday, Saturday, and then we started doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
And then by mid-January of 2024, 7 nights a week.
Wow.
Piano bar 7 nights a week. Again, it varies from early piano lounge to sing along to dance, whatever. Yeah. We have great entertainers here. We have a great roster. You know, some of our current players: Michael Murphy, Jolie Wright, Edwin Rivera, Alex Richmond. We got some other folks coming in soon, and I'm here 3 nights a week usually. And it's just, again, we're the only dedicated piano bar in the area.
Well, I know that you do that. Like I said, I've heard his music. He is fantastic. This place is fantastic. They've got delicious food and drinks, and you serve food as long as you're open, right? I mean, I know there's like a late night separate menu, but
late night menu,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to follow along, maybe see the set list, or who's playing, I should say, Instagram, what's the best way to find out?
Well, we have Instagram, our website. You gotta forgive me, I can look that up if we want to edit
Google Cortesse's Bistro and Flamingo Bar. We have it on the on the website.
But we will have that on the screen. You can find
yeah,
that.
there you
but
go.
Again, 7 nights a week, you can find out who's playing. But if you are not particular about that necessarily,
just come
show
on in.
up.
Doesn't really matter who's playing. You're gonna have a good time.
On weeknights, 7 to 10 shows, and on weekends, 8 to 11.
Okay.
And we even will go over if the folks are still asking for some songs.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me
Thank you,
today.
baby.
What a fun
Yeah.
place. I cannot wait to actually come here when it's busy and see it all happen and the magic that it brings. So thank you so much.
Well, you'll be welcome.